exterminate with extreme prejudice, up close and personal. That is the MO of a fighter. My name's Zio, and today I'll be discussing fighter skills, photon arts, and core gameplay mechanics, as well as subclass options. So grab your daggers, your double sabers, and your knuckles, and let's become Destruction Incarnate. To start things off, let's take a look at fighter's skill set. Limit Break, also known as Overload, is fighter's main class only signature skill. This increases damage taken while buffing damage dealt for 30 seconds. It's on a 3-minute cooldown. Overload Endurance lets you survive a hit that would have otherwise killed you. When you trigger this, you'll lose Overload, but you'll be at 1 HP and have some invincibility. Defeat Advantage lets you kick your enemies even harder when they're down. This increases physical and elemental damage against downed enemies. Defeat PP Recovery, as the name suggests, increases the amount of PP that you get back when attacking downed enemies. Fighter Skip Arts let you perform the second half of a PA when you activate it with no directional input. With same art skip attack, your next normal will be the third hit after chaining 2 of the same PA together. With another art skip attack, when you chain together 2 different PAs, your next normal will be the 4th step. We'll talk about weapon-specific skills in the next segment. Now we're on to weapon skills and photon arts, starting with the twin daggers. Acceleration Drive will launch you forward when you do a normal attack at a certain time after a PA. You see that glow? That's when you want to hit your normal. Dagger Spin Counter is activated when you parry an enemy attack and follow up with a normal. It has some decent range to it. Dagger Attack Extra grants you a 4th normal. Circling Buzzard does a spin attack followed by a flurry of cuts. You can also move left or right during the first part. Hell's Escort is your gap closer that does a forward dash followed by a shockwave. Pirouette Ripper unleashes a forward stab followed by a flurry of cuts. You can also perform other attacks during the second half. Next up, we have a fan favorite, Double Sabers. Saber Parry Counter claps back with a spicy counter attack when you parry an enemy attack and follow up with a normal. Saber Parry Another Counter works the same way, but with the weapon action. Deadly Archer throws your weapon out in front of you and comes back to you like a boomerang. To activate this, you hold down the weapon action when you have 2 or more stacks of Whirlwind. Spiral Drive will unleash a powerful Whirlwind attack. You activate this like you would Deadly Archer, but instead of the weapon action, you hold down your normal. Julienne Dance is your gap closer. It does a forward dash followed by a series of strikes. If you're not locked onto anything, you won't dash forward though. Unchained Circle does a wide range AoE around you, then follows up with a 360-degree slash. Quick Gash does a combo attack, then spins up a tornado that lasts a few seconds. And finally, we come to the Knuckles. Knuckle Attack Extra will turn your 4-hit combo into a 5-hit. Knuckle Attack Switch will let you do that 5th hit after a counter. Knuckle Sway Counter lets you pop off with a counter attack. Counter Plus lets you do it again. Swift Rush cracks off a combo of punches and finishes off with a big blast. 1000 Blows will let off a flurry of AoE punches followed by a 2-hit uppercut. Tri-Drive is your gap closer. It does a forward dash followed by a 1-2 punch. So for subclasses, you have some options here. Hunter Sub gives you Hunter's Physique and Flash Guard. This grants you more survivability during Overload. Gunner and Force will help you out with PP management. So this is how I set up my skills. I took all the weapon skills and put the remaining 4 points into Defeat Advantage. What some people will do if they want to focus on a single weapon is take those skills, plus Overload and the skips, then put the rest into Defeat Advantage. Now here's one for when I'm subbing Fighter. Well, that's Fighter for ya. This just feels really good. All 3 weapons are a blast to use. It's stylish, powerful, maybe a little bit dangerous. Did you find this at all helpful? If so, well, you know what to do. And of course, share with your fighter-loving friends. After all, sharing is caring, right? As always, thank you so much for watching and for the continued support. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, Farewell.